going to share my screen. Okay, all right. So I'm still not sure what the password you kept.
Password 123.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Let me try this one. So this is user is root, and the
Yes.
password. Is there any capital letter or all are flat small?
I think the P uppercase.
P is uppercase. P A double S W O R D 1 2 3. So when we hit, it's a invalid login or a password. I'm not sure why.
Mm.
And when I am not able to log in to this,
Was it root or administrator? I think root, yeah.
yeah, it's a root, right? Exactly. So
Try
can you try
password 123.
all small?
Yes.
P A double S W O R D 1 2 3. No, I think it's still not. Yeah.
Mm. That's strange because I remember very well it was a password 123 uppercase P, I think.
Uppercase P, right? Okay.
Yes.
So P, I'm not pretty sure that my this one is working, right? It's a P, yeah, exactly. Can you try from your keyboard now? I'm
Yes.
going to give you a control. Hold for a sec. Yeah. I try all combination, but still it is not working.
Password. I remember it's 123. Mm.
Rashid, can you try one thing? Make your caps on, and then you type the password by using the shift key.
I'm sorry?
Yeah. Now you type the password 1 2 3. Sometimes it happens when the caps lock is on. Yeah. Not pretty sure. Oh my God. Let me restart the server then. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Or you want to try some or one more time?
Um, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's password 123. Maybe if you can reboot it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not taking. Let me to reboot this server. I'm going to say restart.
So when you restart your ESXi host, would you lose access to the like with the VMs all power off?
Yeah, everything will power off, right?
Okay.
The problem is when to restart this ESXi, we need a password. Hold on for a moment. So I am going with restarting this file. See what it's going to say.
Looks like it's restarting.
Mm. IP address is same 179.
I'm sorry?
IP address is 179, right?
I can't remember.
No, it's showing in the screen 192.168.71.1.
139.
139. Okay, all right. Let me to go there. And it's the same one. Okay. Now, let me try put the login now.
Which password did you try?
Should I try PASSWORD? It's a ORD, right? Not zero RD, right?
Yeah, ORD123. Is the P uppercase?
Yeah. No, by this time it should load, right?
Yeah, that's strange. And the username is root. I
Yes.
mean, it's up to you if you want to show me on a different server.
That's fine. Let me forward this one. I hope we have not given at the rate, right? Only ASSWORD at the rate 123. No, no. It's 142. I'm going with 142.
Yep.
It's the password. AWS. All right, I think this one is working. Okay, that's fine. Okay. And now I think you have a control. So just let me to go enter, type function and F2 key.
Sorry?
Function key, you have a function key
Yeah.
and F2. Press both
Okay.
the key together. First you have to click inside that black screen. Then you have to press function and F2.
Yeah, it's not allowing me. It's only I can. It's the same issue as last time. I can only see the cursor on top.
Uh-huh. You are not able to click inside?
Okay, what do you
Oh,
want me to go to?
yeah, hold on. So let me type function and F2. It's a root. Password is PASSWORD rate 123. Perfect now. So now can you able to click inside and use your keyboard arrow key?
Okay, where do you want me to go to?
Just click that screen which you see in a two different color.
Okay.
All right, perfect. You given a controller. So this is a pretty basic setup of VMware ESXi host. Very basic setup. You can think about that. This is a kernel module through which you are going to perform some admin level task. So the very first one, if you see the very first one, it's called configure password. Go to
Mm-hmm.
there. If you can take, yes. So let's say for an example, if you want to reset your changes or want to reset your password, you can do from here. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
right? So this is not our target today. And then you can go to the next one. Yeah. Now here, if you see that there is something which is called as an how you are going to take the control of your server. Do you want to take the control of your server by using the name, by using the IP address? So the IP address which you see here in this specific host is set statically. It means that we have fixed this IP to this particular host.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if you want to change the IP, you can change it so. So just come down below, more below. Yeah. You see now? So here you can change the IP address of your ESXi host if you
Yep.
want. Or for your example, when you install ESXi yesterday, you will see that your IP address is basically coming from DHCP.
Yep.
Yeah. So it means that next time when the
You'll get a different one.
yeah,
Yep.
you cannot guarantee, right? So this is how you can go and change
So
the IP.
in production environment, I'm sure it's set up under a VLAN and specific IP. It's reserved, right?
Exactly. Yes,
Okay.
exactly. And that should be a static one, right? Now you can probably escape from this particular screen. Yeah. Check this out. Rest
Hmm?
all. Check this out. Rest all option.
Which one?
Yeah, this is for IPv6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, perfect. Since if the company using the IPv6, all their router and switches supported, then probably we can go with that.
Yep.
This is a DNS server, right? So most of the time, the DNS server in company either you can see a Microsoft DNS. In some cases, you will found your DNS server can be a Linux-based DNS as well, which is called bind server.
I'm sorry, it can be what?
Bind. Yeah, bind.
W-
BIND.
What do you
Before
mean by bind?
bind is a alternate of DNS in Linux.
Okay.
Okay. In Microsoft, generally we refer this as a DNS, domain
Correct. Yeah,
name
I
server.
know. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And in Linux, it is known as bind.
So this DNS, so when you initially install ESXi, this has to be provided to you, or
Yeah, it should be. It must be.
okay. So that would be
Right.
like an A record, right? Or
Yes,
a
exactly. Yeah, exactly. So it means that whomsoever is my network administrator or my DNS administrator, they have to provide this IP address.
okay.
All right. So anyhow, we do not have any DNS. So I will leave this option default. Yeah, you can maybe move from the next screen. All right. So you can maybe come out from here. We do not have to change any DNS configuration or something like that. That's fine. Now, this is something which probably you can take a step. Let's say your ESXi host is not able to connect from any of your either from your client tool or from your management tool like vCenter. It means that there is something which is hung inside, right? So you
Mhm.
might like to come here and then you have to start or restart the management server. So it will only reset the management, you can say services, so that if anything which is hung inside, you can able to do this task. This is for taking the control of your server.
So, but you can also test the management network before you restart it,
Yes,
right?
exactly. Yes.
Okay.
Right.
What
So
about the
maybe
network restore?
so network restore is something, let's say, for example, I am using right now a NAT services, right? Network
Mhm.
address translation. So it means that whatever the my host, which is my Windows server at this point of time, is having that IP, the same IP is going to be, same IP series is going to be used by my ESXi as well, right? Let's say I alter this configuration and after that I am facing a challenge. So I want to reset my default configuration back to the NAT or any other configuration, whatever we have set.
Okay. Hello?
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
this will be perfect when you change the how your ESXi is going to communicate with your host LAN card, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, we are not going to change anything at this point of time. All right. Now, this is important. So here, if you see here, if I try to take the PuTTY of this server, what will happen?
It won't work because SSH is not enabled.
Yes, exactly. So now we have to first enable the SSH. Yeah, enable that ESXi shell as well, so that if I want to run some command remotely, I can do that. Yeah, rest on. Yeah. Now, next one is for a specific troubleshooting. So for an example, there is some issues is coming on my ESXi host. Most probably, I want to see what is there any issues with the internal, maybe some drivers or something like that. So you have a various log which you can check out, right? Just check each log now. Go there on the next screen. Yeah. So
Which one? This?
the first one, the first one is syslog.
Okay.
That's fine. Scroll it down. And this will work handy when exactly you are taking a support of a VMware professional. When you log a support call, they might ask you this exactly logs.
Okay.
That's fine. So maybe you can type Q to quit. All right. Now you have a various logs which you can check it out.
Okay.
Yeah, just say quit. Q will let you to quit. So when you do that, when you have any things which you bothering you in the ESXi,
Hmm. So what could it possibly go wrong?
now the ESXi is stable, but at the time when you have a ESXi 5, most of the time the services get hung when they have a resource crunch like a RAM or a CPU. When the utilization go too high, it get hung.
Mm,
So when it hung, it does not let you to connect any of the virtual machine. Right?
got it.
So yeah, then we have only option to come here and then we check the log, maybe restart the management service and all.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. Next now, go to support now. Yes. So this is pretty important, right? Whenever you are going to call a support personnel, or whenever you are going to log a support ticket, they are going to ask you certain information. For example, your serial number, your
For the
license serial
ESXi
number.
host?
Yes. So once you provide this number, they will validate against their database. If it is validated, then only they will register your complaint or tickets.
With VMware.
Yes, exactly. Because each license, whatever the license they have, they sold you, they are going to use that one, right? They have
Hmm.
support facility available with them. Do you have a premier support or do you have a general support? So everything is listed there,
Got it.
right? And when you are done with all configuration and still you found there is a bothering you, you have a master stroke, the last one, right? Which you can reset the system configuration to default one, just like a mobile phone,
Hmm.
right? So when you reset the configuration, everything will be cleaned up. All setting will revert to the fresh VMware. This step
So,
generally be
so when you say everything will be cleared, are you talking about all the VMs will be wiped?
exactly. All the
No, I
VM will
definitely
remains
don't.
there because
I de-
VM is a data. VM is a data. Right? So it does not touch the data, but rest all configuration, whatever you make, that will everything will go revert. So for example, you enable SSH, right? The default setting says that SSH should be disabled, so it become disabled again.
so
It does
just
not
the
delete your.
settings, but the
Yeah,
VMs and the applications
yeah,
running
yeah.
on it
No, no.
will
It does
stay.
not. Yeah. It does not change your data.
So it doesn't wipe.
It doesn't wipe. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't wipe your VMs and
Yes,
okay.
yes. Yeah, yeah. So
What
this
about
case,
if it's connected to like on a net app or some like storage?
everything will revert to default. Your LUN
Oh,
setting will also go default,
okay.
right? So, but this step we took only when we have no choice left.
Got it.
right? So it is a kind of, so this is what you have seen is something which is you can say like it's a kind of a ESXi based troubleshooting
Mm-hmm.
when something goes wrong. For example, to do a general management, I can connect my ESXi host with my vCenter, with my VMware tool, with my PuTTY. But let's say, for an example, your management network itself has a problem. It might be hung inside, right? So in that case, you have to take the physical control of the server because
Yes.
remotely you can't do anything, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And the screen which you just seen is called as an DCUI.
I'm sorry, your voice is far. What was it?
DCUI,
That's for what?
the console which you see. It's
Oh,
called
right now,
direct,
yes.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, direct user interface, right? Now we have an IP address. Let's try to take the control of this server from a PuTTY. So the IP address is 142, if I am not wrong. Correct?
Yes,
145,
sir.
2 or 5.
It's 192, 168, 71, 142.
One. So we have a PuTTY. Just press Alt and Control so that it should come out. Yeah.
Yeah, that cursor is pain, man. What was it? Function and okay.
And then now you
So
you see a PuTTY, or you can maybe in a search box type PuTTY. So 192.168.71.171. If you want,
140,
you can, yeah, you can go to
142.
API 142, I think.
Yes.
Now, can you just go to appearance to increase the font size?
I'm sorry?
Left hand side, you have a Windows appearance. Go to the change and just increase the font size to 20 and make it bold so that I can see at least. This one. Hit that. Yes. Root.
What's the
Password
password?
at the rate 123. P capital.
P capital?
Password at the rate 123. Yes, good now. You are now inside that ESXi cell. So if you open the lab manual, there is a one section which say how you can take the PuTTY control and you can work on that. Can you open that lab manual and go to that specific section in your own PC?
And my 1 second, please.
Okay. Let me release your.
Hello?
Yeah,
Um,
there is a one section called work on PuTTY.
I'm sorry?
There is a one section in the lab manual which say
Do you know what page?
is, let me open that one.
I'll look. I just have to, just give me a
This
second.
one, I think section 3.2.
Which one? 3 point.
2.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yep.
now, yeah. And then here you are able to see certain commands which
Yes.
probably you want to try this out.
So the ls.
And let me do one thing for you. Let me download this. Oh, just 1 second. Let me open that for you. Yeah, you can try now. Maybe you can. So ls is definitely a first command, which is going to tell you that what all this ESXi is going to contain as a directory.
Mhm.
All these are a typical Linux command, Linux
Yep.
directory structure.
Mhm.
So, yeah, if you want, you can let me make it a big one. Now, if you see that for everything there is a command. For network there is a command. For system there is a command. For managing your virtual machine there is a command. To install any kind of a software and images, you have a command. To manage your storage, you have a command, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So it means that when you actually need to work on ESXi as such,
I'm sorry?
when you have to work on ESXi, okay, directly, not on a virtual machine, because virtual machine, anyhow, you are going to take the remote, right?
Uh-huh.
Right. But let's say, for example, you try to fix something using the ESXi console itself. Let's say I give you an example. One of the LUN goes offline. One of the LUN, which is mapped with my ESXi, goes offline. So it means that whatever the particular storage which I have mapped, that is not available for any of the virtual machine, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you cannot troubleshoot this particular issues anywhere on the console because console is not going to show you the LUN itself.
Mm-hmm.
Correct? Huh? So it means that if I try to fix that issues that, hey, I am not able to see the storage here. Of course, you can't see because that storage itself is goes offline. But
Mm-hmm.
your storage is live. There is no problem in storage. For example, your storage is NetApp, right? Your
Mm-hmm.
NetApp is working fine. Your VMware is working fine. Your storage was mapped and it was working quite good, but suddenly something happened and your storage is not visible to the console.
Okay.
Right? So it means that you cannot do anything with the graphical console at all because in console it says there is no storage gone.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, to deep level of troubleshooting, then you have to come to CLI,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because CLI is still able to see the storage, but it see the storage as an offline storage.
Mm-hmm.
Got my point, right? So
Mm-hmm.
this is how you can use the CLI to troubleshoot very, very specific kind of a problem.
Okay.
Okay, let's try some more command. I have given some sample command to you to work on. So maybe you like to clear the screen so that you should come to the main point. Clear. Yeah. Yeah. Here your Linux knowledge come handy.
Yeah, it's really hard to switch to my because once I'm in here, it's, yeah, unless I get
Uh,
yeah, because I'm locked in your browser.
Hold on. So I do one thing. Let me to copy this manual. Okay, here only, so that it's easy for you. Let me to download it. Right. Yeah. going to copy it here. It's fine now. Now everything in same screen, okay? Do not have to look up only your screen. So I'm going to 51, yeah, this one. So maybe now more easy for you. You can even now maybe you can try this command. So you can copy and paste in a PuTTY.
Is it this one? Yeah.
Yeah. You won't get any output because we do not have any virtual machine running. I think
That's not right.
ESX. Yeah. It is not because we do not have any VM running, right?
Yes, we don't have, yeah.
Yeah, because this is our blank ESXi. But by the way, so it means that it is just an idea that how exactly. So this is how exactly it will look like, right? When you run, you are going to see the virtual machine.
So it shows you the volumes here, or?
Yeah. It shows you that what is the ID of that virtual machine, where the configuration file. Look at that. We have an output I captured here.
Okay.
It's a process, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you want, you can also check the IP address by using the same command.
ESX CLI network IP. Yep.
Yeah. So it means that by using this a specific one command, it's all perfect. Now we are going to use the another one which is called DCUI. I'm not sure if you have enabled this on a portal or not. Let's try this one. This is going to give you the same one which you have used at. All right, you are actually inside. Now you can access that same kernel module from here when you press function key and F2.
So what is this use? Okay.
Yeah, you just work on that, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you are into same interface. You just type function and F2.
I'm sorry?
Function key and F2 key. Just click inside and type function key and F2 key.
I did.
Nothing happening? Hold on, let me try. Release your mouse.
Yep.
So I'm going with the DCUI. I'm saying that function and F2. Yes. So now the password is, type password please, if you are able to access. Password @123. Correct?
That's the same screen that we were
Same
in.
screen, only the color change, black and white.
Okay.
Perfect now, right? So
Yes, sir.
this is how you when you need when you want, you most likely to go for control of your VMware ESXi using PuTTY. So in the PuTTY, you able to better work on using the CLI or DCUI.
Okay.
Correct?
How do you exit out of this one?
Just press escape. Not working? Good, good. Hold on. Raise your mouse.
There we go.
Yeah. Perfect, right? So you understand now. So it means that what is the first step when we are going to go for an administration of my ESXi? We have a way to manage our ESXi. And remember, this is a very, very small module. Why? Because ESXi itself is a very small. Correct? Huh? It does not have much more. In this kernel, there is nothing much more there.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
So how do you, what are some, how do you like manage or troubleshoot vCenter? Is there any tips and tricks?
vCenter itself have their own. So when we go up,
I'm sorry?
go up, scroll up, easily up. This is what the vCenter we have given you.
Okay.
Yeah. So that we will do in the next class. We are going to log in using a vCenter to our own setup.
Yes, please. Yeah, I want to know about that.
Perfect. So I hope you understand now the CLI, the
Yes.
DCUI, yeah,
Yep.
and then by using your client tool, you can also access your VMware, right? Your ESXi host. Now, the next we are going to see that if we have a vCenter, then how we are going to do different tasks, or especially to troubleshoot, to fix the issues using the vCenter itself.
Yep.
Yeah, cool. So in the meantime, I request if you can go through this document completely and fully, so that probably when we go through that vCenter part, it will be much easy for you.
Yeah, I will look through it. I mean, most of the stuff because I've
Yeah,
worked on
I know. That's right. It's
in a
I
lab,
only
so I
try
kind
to.
of I recall some of the stuff, but it's like anything else. If you don't practice it a lot, you
Right,
forget it.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. The only thing
Okay.
is that, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it
So
seems
it is all,
relatively easy,
yeah,
not
yeah.
complex.
The only advantage that you get now, you are now try to restructure the whole thing as a process.
What do you mean?
Process in the sense, for example, I know this part, I know that part. Now we are putting in a structure. For example,
Yes, 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 yes,
you
yes,
understood my point, right? Right from installation to managing that, then we go more advanced, then more advanced, then more. So
yes,
we know all the things. Definitely in our own admin job, we perform tests, right? But we have no structure in place. That's why the confusion sometimes it happens.
yes,
Cool enough,
yep,
right? Yeah.
yes, sir.
So yeah. So let's have a. We are going to meet now on Thursday. Will that okay?
Yes.
Or you
So
want to,
Thursday,
or you
yes.
want to be on Friday itself?
Today is what, Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can take tomorrow off and meet Thursday for like, yeah, we can do that. We can do
That's fine.
Thursday and then take Friday.
And
Uh,
Saturday.
huh?
Friday and Saturday, right?
We'll take, you mean like off or I'm confused.
So what I'm saying that I think that Friday and Saturday is the date where you and we both are free.
Yes, Friday and Saturday. Friday and Saturday.
I
I mean, we can do early if you want.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. So I am also free. You are
Like,
also
oh,
free. So
because what time is it? What time is it in India right now?
it's at 10 p.m. now,
So we are 2 hours and a half behind you
approximately.
guys.
Yeah, yeah. I
Okay.
think
So
it's
what time
eight
you want to
o'clock
meet?
approximately.
I'm sorry.
I believe it's 8 o'clock right now, right?
No, it's 7:30 in Qatar.
7:30. So yeah, yeah. I think 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours. Yeah. So tomorrow we don't have class. So we'll have class Thursday, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Thursday and Friday and Saturday off.
Saturday off. Yeah, we can take.
Okay, we can take Saturday off and do Thursday. So we can do maybe Thursday around 6, same as today.
Yeah, perfect. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah,
Friday we'll do early session,
yeah, yeah,
maybe around 2 p.m.
yeah, yeah. Friday we can spend some long time, right? No, because
Yes, yes,
yeah,
yes, yes.
yeah. So any module which require probably more time, we can put it on a Saturday, Friday itself.
Okay.
Perfect, no? Unless small things we can cover in this
Yes.
the days, right? So it
All
should
right,
not
brother.
go
I'll see
over.
you Thursday then.
Yeah. Thank you. See you
All right.
and
Thanks, man.
have a good night.
See ya. Bye bye.